showdown between these two fighters should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
Riddick, Big Daddy Bowe, the 1988 Olympic silver medalist,
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, here is the Olympic silver medal.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Swing and a miss with that hook. Can't score with that jab. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Beautiful counter punch. Perhaps the hottest ticket in town for this fight tonight.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
Has to be careful for... And the big fella stumbling backwards. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. So much for boxing. This is a fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them. Here we go, it's round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter shot lands. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm because this is how they train, this is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. So far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Can't find a home for that jab. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, you know, I've been in fight.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet, not until your senses have come back.
The straight right just misses. Nice defense with that jab. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That counter shot lands. Nice exchange here from both men. How about that time counter shot? Nice counter shot. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope. You've got to hope they run out of steam.
They exchange punches. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Good counter punch. Beautiful counter shot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Time for the 5th round. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punching. And they land a big right hand. Missing left hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to thinking. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You'd like to see more jabs. Those counter punches have to hurt. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. He is down big time on the score. Here we go in the 6th round. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The face is starting to welt up from those straights. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
That left hand hurt. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Bowe in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for... Here we go, it's round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. Well done with that counter shot. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
jab from these two. The jab not finding its target. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Bowe in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it was like two.
And we enter the 8th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Lucky that hook didn't score. Caution being thrown to the wind. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
Unanimous. You know what?